making a killing in the strawberry industry and hustling like there's no tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yanek Show, episode 77. Hell yeah, brother. I hope that you're doing well, and today is part number 8 of my unbelievable journey when I first arrived to the UK. Okay, for the first 3, 4, 5 months or whatever, I worked on a strawberry farm 10 years ago when I came here, okay? And I'm celebrating, as you know, as you probably seen. Okay, now listen, we just finished with the first farm, with the strawberry farm. So officially the next few episodes, okay, and I hopefully can manage to sort out the second farm in maybe 3 episodes, and I am officially off to the lettuce farm. So this is no more strawberries, it's all about lettuce and cabbages and all that good stuff, okay? So we're just plowing ahead, and I hope that you listen to the previous episode so you know what's happening, okay? So me and my mate, that we had a bromance with him big time in the farm. We went to Edinburgh, okay, and we got the bus because our farm was based in the north of England, okay? So what happened was, our farmer, the Scottish farmer and the strawberry farm, he really hated us. So what he did is, when we asked to be transferred after our period finish of about 2 months and a half, this guy, he send us to one of the most difficult farms ever, because the work was excruciatingly hard, and he sent us far away from him as possible. He was like, what, I don't like these bastards, I'm gonna send them in the south of England. All right, so what we did, the farm was based, it was near Peterborough. How do you spell Peterborough? Okay, it's a pita, like a pita bread, and a brow, like a brow, Peterborough. Okay, and it's in the south of England. But the thing was, we needed to catch the bus because the trains were crazy expensive. So we got it from Edinburgh, and there was no direct bus. So all we needed to do, we went with, I think, National Express was the bus. We went all the way down to London, and from London we catch another bus, and it's, I think, 3 hours or 2 hours and a half more to Peterborough. Okay, so we went all the way from the top to the bottom, and then from the bottom, we went to kind of like the middle of the country. It was fucking ridiculous. Okay, so we go over there. Okay, when we're just like, finally we got a ticket, because like I explained in the previous episode, we didn't manage to get a ticket, right? So finally we got our tickets, and we were like, okay, so we headed out now. All right, I don't know why, I think was the bus busy or something, I don't know, but I remember that the only seats available were literally towards the end of the bus. And at the end, so here in the UK, in the big buses, when they travel, from town to town, they have toilets at the back, like right at the back, which is very good. But the problem is, it kind of smells, you know what I'm saying? So we were there right next to the toilet. Oh my God, dude, I'm not exaggerating. It was 13 hours and a half. It was the journey, and it smelled like poo-poo the whole time, because people going up and down, up and down. Oh my God, dude, it was so bizarre. It was such a weird journey, because like I've never been on a bus for such a long time, and you can't sleep. You know how it is in a bus. You have like those seats or whatever. But we found out this like very jolly, friendly, I think like a English pensioner or something, I don't know. So he was, visiting Edinburgh, and he was going back to London or whatever. So, like me and my mate were here, and he was like across the aisle. So we kind of spoke with him. So it was very funny. That was good. And at that time, I was looking just to improve my English. So every opportunity I got, to speak to somebody, I'm just all over it, I'm like, come on, guy, let me try out my skills, So that was not bad. But overall, it was a nightmare, And after those 13 hours and a half, I don't remember anything from the actual journey, so I cannot tell you much. So we finally arrived in London, and then London is so busy, dude. I used to live there for 2 years. Oh my God, if you live in London, I have no idea how you're managing, because it's so crowded, so busy, so expensive, and the distances between places are so big. I used to travel hour and a half to work one way, an hour and a half back. So I used to spend almost 3 hours traveling every day, It's like, what the hell, dude? 3 hours, insane. That's like, 15 hours a week. Just imagine that. 15 hours, that's half a day a week just traveling, right? Anyway, so we go there, we change the bus, we go to Peterborough, okay, for like 2 hours and a half later. Huh? Peterborough, to be honest with you, the only thing I've seen is the bus station because this is the place where I didn't see anything of the town, and I remember this was in 2011. Right to the bus station, they had like this huge shopping center. I don't know what was inside, to be honest with you, what shops, but that's the only place I've seen from Peterborough. Anyway, so we arrived there. By the way, before that, while we were in the strawberry farm, we needed to contact the farmer, of the new place. So it was a whole mess, because all of me mates, like me, the other guy, and there was one more girl as well that she transferred with us. Everybody's like, no, my English is not good. Can you speak with him? So I'm out there calling. My English was very bad back then. It's not as, as fluent as it is right now. It doesn't sound as sexy as it is right now. It kind of sounded like that accent that I'm usually doing. Like, hey, hello, everybody. It is me. I want to talk to you because we are transferred from Strawberry Farm to your farm. And I just want to know if you're going to wait for us and are we going to be able to make some money and make a living. Okay, and if I manage to make £50 a week, I will become the fourth richest person in my country. It kind of sounded like that. Anyway, but it was kind of a little bit better than everybody else. So I was the guy responsible for all the contacts and just calling people and all that stuff. Anyway, we go there, and they were supposed to come and pick us up because the farm, like the strawberry farm, is literally, dude, in the middle of nowhere. Like when you go outside, there's nothing. It's just fields, And so we go there. We're all so tired, dude. We can barely stand and walk, and we don't know what the hell's happening, right? And a guy came over. I think he was a Bulgarian guy, actually, with a pickup truck. And we were like, oh, hell yeah, dude. So he picked us up with our little luggage and stuff, And I remember I was wearing like a shirt and stuff. I was very well dressed, you know what I mean? So he was very surprised, My mate as well, he liked sports gear and stuff like that. He was like, why are you dressed like that? You going to farm, you're not going to fashion show. And I was like, hey, listen, guy, you never know. We're going to meet some new ladies over there, you know what I'm saying? Mikey boy is all about the first impressions, you know what I'm saying? Because my second impression is usually very bad when people get to know me. But my first impression has to be very on point, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so he comes and picks us up, and maybe, I don't know, like an hour or something, because it was quite far from Peterborough, and we go through this small village, very small, but it looked very wealthy, to be honest with you. But it was so tiny. It was literally 2 roads and a pub, But all the houses were big, nice. There was like nice car. There was a limousine in front of one of the cars, in front of one of the houses. And I was like, that's a bizarre car to have in a small village, And he was telling us that, all the wealthy people from like the region, they kind of live here or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. So then we went to the farm, and I remember there was like this road. Then you go to the right, okay, and everything is fields, and there's like shitloads of trees. So you go under the trees in the road, and then right again, and there's like this big sign, welcome to something Marshall and something, whatever the hell, in Cooper or whatever the hell the name of the farm is. And then you park, of this like parking lot or whatever, like gravel and stuff. And there was like there's like this, it's a building, it's not caravans, you know what I mean? So anyway, we arrived there the first day, okay? We don't know anybody, right? And I don't know, dude. Not anymore, but back in the day, I used to be very kind of like nervous to meet new people, Even though it takes me literally 15 minutes to meet somebody, and then I'm super relaxed, like I've known them all my life, you know what I'm saying? But at the beginning, I'm very nervous, okay? So we go in there, me and my mate, he's nervous as well. He's scared out of his mind, and we're like, oh my God, there's gonna be new people. We're gonna spend here a few months. You never know what's gonna happen, right? So we go inside, and he shows us, the driver calls the farmer. So apparently this was like one of the managers or whatever, right? The farmer comes out, and he's like deputy or whatever. And they're like, hey, hello, nice to meet you. So nice to meet you. We go to like this little caravan or whatever on the side, which was his office, and just to do some documents and stuff, just to sign some stuff. Okay, I'll show you to your place, right? So first we go, and he's gonna show us the community area. First of all, massive difference straight away, because you probably listened to the previous episodes, but in the strawberry farm, okay, there was literally, I told you, that little hangar barn or whatever with 2 broken washing machines that barely worked, 2 old couches, a TV that didn't work, and a pool table, that broken pool table that you need to pay money to use the balls, okay? Like, what the fuck? And he was charging us, I think, like 10 quid or 5 quid a week or something, mandatory. You cannot opt out, right? We go inside, and first of all, like I said, it's like a building. It's like this long kind of building, right? So as you go inside, it's like a little transitional area with a ping pong table. And I was like, oh, okay, like, interesting. Then we go to the left, okay, and then he opens, and then is the TV room. And I was like, bro, the TV room was twice of the size of the caravan that we lived 6 people in, okay? So it's like this big room with one massive TV. I think maybe it had like even video games, think like a PlayStation or something. I think it was somebody's PlayStation, but he said they will allow you to use it. And with like with like couches and stuff everywhere. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. There is no way things are gonna get better. Bro, it got even better. They opened another door. So because I told you it's like long, so you open one door, you stepped out and you step in, and at the end there's another door, right? And they open, you know what I mean? That type of stuff. And when they opened, there was a computer room, bro. And I was like, dude, what the fuck, man? Are you kidding me, dude? At that point, I haven't seen internet in about 3 months, okay? This is the longest I've been without internet since I got my first computer, I think, when I was in the 5th grade. Or, yeah, around that 5th, 6th. So, I don't know, maybe I was 21, maybe like 7 or 8 years or something like that, right? I was 21 when I arrived, and I was how much, like 13, 14 when I got my first computer. And I was like, this is amazing, bro. They had, I think, 5 computers. They weren't the best, but also it was 2011, okay? I mean, it's not like now, fucking touch screens and shit everywhere, but they were quite good. The internet was okay. It was a decent speed, They said, just don't watch movies online, like don't stream and don't download because it's gonna get too slow for everybody. But otherwise, you can use email. I remember I used to watch even YouTube and stuff. I used to watch like comedy clips, YouTube, listen to music, email, whatever the hell you need to do, Facebook, And I was like, oh my fucking God, this is like the best shit ever, dude. I was so fucking happy. Are you kidding me? I was like, yes, bro. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then there was no more rooms, but then we went the other way and they showed us the kitchen, again, a very big kitchen. And, it was clean, it was nice, and everybody has their own space. They showed you, like you can put your stuff here, here, here. And I was like, oh man, this looks amazing, huh? So we go out, okay? We go out, and there is like this big loan, no, not loan, like you're loaning money. Hold on, oh Jesus Christ, my English. What is happening with my English? I meant to say it's a loan, it's green, big space where people go out and enjoy the sunshine. Okay, but this is England, so who are we kidding? There is no sunshine, it's only rain and misery. Anyway, and clouds. No. So there's like this green big space with a football field at the end of it, okay? And I was like, where the hell am I, dude? There's an actual football field. It wasn't like a professional football. It was quite good. They had like the goalposts. They had like the little, like white thingies on the grass and stuff, and people playing football. And I was like, wow. And on the other side they were in caravans. So there was like, again, it was like a shipping containers, you know what I mean? That type of shape. And they were quite big, and they were kind of like on stilts and stuff. And on one side, there was like a few big shipping containers, and they were like, that's the showers. So we go inside, they show us the showers, and I was like, oh my God, it looks fucking amazing. You go inside, and it's kind of like, you go inside, and you have the showers on one side, and you have like a little bench on the other, but each shower is like a separate shower. It's not like in the gyms or whatever where they just separate it with a little, like whatever the hell, And so you have your privacy, and it's actually nice. It's unlimited, like you don't have a restriction on water. Bills are all included, by the way. We don't pay for bills. You don't pay for the internet. You don't pay for the TV. Nothing, bro. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing, right? We go into the where we're gonna sleep, and they show us the room. Now, the rooms, that was kind of weird because, like I said, it was like a shipping container. So it was the ceiling was quite tall, quite big. There wasn't much in it. You go inside, it was quite spacious room compared to the previous, fucking closet that me and my mate slept in, tiny place. probably the size. No, I don't know if it was. Well, yeah, probably the size of the caravan, or maybe half of it, spacious. On one end, one bed. On the other far end, another bed. Right in the middle, not much to be honest with you. Next to the below the window, because on one side is the windows. There is like a little table, and on the other end there's like a mirror, I think, and like a little some drawers or something, and that's it. Like nothing, not much of an atmosphere or anything. But I was like, what? It's big. It's cool, because it's like dark and stuff. So during the summer it will be cool because down south in England is much warmer than up north in Scotland. And I was like, it doesn't have much atmosphere, but it's okay. I mean, we're not gonna spend that much time here anyway. I mean, you have, for fuck's sakes, you have the entertainment room, innit? But the only problem was that when you walked inside, because again, everything is built in this way where it's like door, 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 you know what I mean? Everything is connected. On the left side, there was a door, and on the right side, there was a door. And there was like doors to two other rooms, which are the same size. But there's only one front door through our room. So that was kind of inconvenient because you literally had people, when they want to go to their room, they have to go through ours. They open the door and they have to like cross, and which was kind of annoying because we had like some of the neighbors, I think they were kind of like partying and drinking and stuff or whatever. Especially on the weekend, so it was kind of like, oh shit, I need to go to bed, guy. What are you doing over here? You know what I'm saying? Don't try to hook up. And I think one of the guy was hooking up with a lady or something, and the whole fucking thing is shaking. Can't escape from these shaggers. You know what I'm saying? Like in the previous caravan as well, one of the couple was when they're shagging, the whole fucking thing is shaking, bro. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's like an earthquake over here. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? Oh my God. Anyway, so we're seeing all this stuff, right? And we are like, oh my God, this place so far seems 100 times better. And we're literally like high-fiving each other. We're hugging, we're crying. Me and my mate were like, oh my God, dude, so happy. Fuck it, let's stay here 4 or 5 months, because their season for lettuce and cabbage, it's much longer than strawberries, Because, lettuce and cabbage, it's throughout the year, isn't it? You always have it. So it's like there are people who are there for like 6-7 months, and you're like, oh dude, we're gonna stay here forever, bro. This is amazing, right? And I think even the pay maybe was slightly more, slightly more. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, this place is amazing. But ha 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 ha, the next day we found out the hard way what type of misadventures were, waiting for us. You know what I'm saying? It was not as good as I thought. Okay. Now, before I go to actually what we did and all the work, and I'll explain all of that. As far as I remember, I don't remember much stuff from that farm, which is very bizarre. Most of my memories are from the first farm, because I don't know why. Maybe because we had a bit more leisure time, or maybe I did have some pictures. I need to find them though, but maybe because I had some pictures or something, I'm not sure. But anyway, and so first we just arrived, right? And again, we're very, very scared. And I remember the next day we went to the supermarket, because I think when you first arrive you have 2 days off, and then you start working because you need to settle down, like unpack your stuff, go to the shops, because they need to drive us. This time there was no way. We couldn't walk, we couldn't do anything because it was kind of far away. So the only way, we had these little buses that they load us in, 2 buses, and we go to do the shopping once a week or whatever. And I think one of the guys had a car or something, so maybe he dropped us off. The driver, he said, do you want me to drop you off or whatever, because the next shopping is in a week. We go there, we bought our food. But I remember we were so nervous and scared. I don't know why. We kind of got intimidated or something, because we're fucking idiots, you know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of people who, because it was good weather, I remember, who were just chilling. They had like an inflatable swimming pool. They were doing a barbecue. They were like they had tables outside, you know what I mean? Their caravans, drinking and smoking or having fun or whatever. And we were like a bunch of nerds, you know what I mean? We don't know anybody. And we didn't leave our room. We were so fucking scared. I don't know why. We're just so fucking scared. We literally didn't leave the room just to go to pee, you know what I mean? Like to the toilets and stuff, because there's no toilet in the thingy, unfortunately. So we just go. And I remember we bought this, how fucking stupid we were. One of the rooms, it was empty room, right? And there was a lot of breeze, so we left the window open and the lights off, and it was quite cold in that room, So we did, because we had a lot of meat and things for the fridge, but we were like so scared to even leave the place to go into the to the kitchen area or whatever, that we left everything on a table, like in bags, and we were thinking like, oh, this will survive, you know what I mean, like, oh, this will be fine or whatever. Everything got so rotten in a day, because like, how fucking dumb, you're keeping it room temperature. You're not supposed to keep raw chicken in I don't know, fucking 20 degrees or something in room temperature. You're not supposed to do that, you idiots, but we did it. Anyway, so I think it took us like a day and a half or two, until we get comfortable. And then we started to slowly emerge from the caravan and just meet people and all that stuff. And it turns out that unlike the previous farm where it was 6, 8, 10, around 12 Bulgarians in total. This farm, which was much bigger, this farm had around maybe 50 people or less. I don't know. It was quite a lot of people in this farm, because I remember we were divided into teams. Yeah, so they were like 4 teams by 12 people, I think, in each team, and 48 people, yeah, and some supervisors and stuff, about 50 something. And about maybe 20 people, maybe 1/3 of the people were Bulgarian, if not even half. So there were way more Bulgarians than the previous farm, because the previous farm, like I told you, the Polish people didn't spoke to nobody. They didn't, mingle with nobody else. And some of the Bulgarians didn't speak English, so they couldn't mingle with there were like 3 Romanians and 5 guys from the Czech Republic, and that's it, so they couldn't mingle with nobody, right? So, but in this was different. So we kind of started to see and just to talk to people and all that stuff. And we were like kind of sneaking into the computer room, into the TV room, and ping pong and all that stuff, and kind of meeting people. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember nobody. I just remember one guy. I'll give you some details in the next episode, I think, because I'm going to be telling you the actual process and work in the first day of work, and it was so fucking crazy, And I remember one girl, because we became like good mates and stuff, and that's about it. But I don't even remember how everybody looked and stuff. I remember there was one tall Romanian guy who was like really into hip hop. I remember, because we were talking with him quite a lot about music and stuff, and I was practicing my English with him. So, but besides that, to be honest with you, I don't fucking remember much. And when it comes to people, But anyway, so I remember one time we were playing ping pong. They were playing ping pong, and there was this thing where, because it's a room, it's not supposed to be a ping pong table, so there wasn't that much space in it, but there was like this little elevated area, you know what I mean? So I always used to sit there like a little referee and like looking down at the table, and I was just making jokes and comments, and they were loving it, bro. I was killing it, man. Thank God for my sense of humor, you know what I'm saying? God didn't give me much attributes to work with, okay, besides crushingly good look, crushingly handsome. No, I'm joking, but it's like, it didn't give me much, but thank God for my sense of humor. It got me out of so much trouble, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, and all the dudes, they're all like jacked Bulgarian dudes, man. They're like hardworking, like, we call it in Bulgaria batka, which, like, it's been a while since I've used Bulgarian slang or been in Bulgaria, but it's like this batka is kind of like, like, hey, what's up? Like fitness guys and like strong guys, like a bit of a meathead, like has a car and gets all the chicks, that type of stuff. Wears a tracksuit, that is a batka, has a gold chain. And I'm not a batka, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm the opposite of that. I'm a nerdy guy, who likes fucking Pokemons and wrestling, you know what I'm saying, and stand-up comedy. I'm a nerd, bro. I'm a geek, I'm not good with that shit in social, situations like that, but I win them over quite quickly with my sense of humor, so they really liked me, so I didn't have issues like the first farm, because on the first farm, I told you I didn't get off, at the right foot with the right start or whatever, you know what I'm saying. And also in this farm, I was with my new persona, because like I told you, in the previous farm, my real name is not Mike, my real name is like a very traditional old school Bulgarian name. And it's very difficult to pronounce or to remember or to spell, especially if you're English speaking. So in the previous farm, the Czech Republic guy, he gave me the nickname Mike. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to start using it. And even when I was calling the farmer and stuff, I was introducing myself as Mike, you know. And I just used to say, oh yeah, my name is Mikhail. You know, that's like a Bulgarian version of Mike. It's quite popular, you know, Mikhail. And it's not Mikhail. My name is not that, but I was like, okay, let me try my new persona. So I was everywhere I go. I was like, Mike, and they fucking loved me. And I was like, look at that, man. People love Mike. You know, people don't like the real me. You know, like the Bulgarian name. Everybody hates me, but Mikey Boy, everybody loves Mikey Boy. Anyway, so my new persona, I was kicking it. I was smashing it, bro. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And I remember one time when I went. This was like the first day. I went to the field and to work. I'll tell you in the next episode. I'll tell you all the details. But remember I told you the guy from the previous farm that wanted to beat me up, and the guy that I almost punched, that I got into his face. If you haven't heard that story, I think it's like either last episode or the episode before that, but I'm not sure. Go and check it out. And that guy, so I go to the farm, and there's somebody working with a hat on, and I was like, hey, hello, I'm saying hello to everybody, and one of the guys, and he just kind of turns around and he looks at me, and he takes off his hat or whatever, and he looked, dude, I'm not exaggerating, the exact copy of that guy, exact person, and my blood started boiling, you know, like, you know when your knees get weak, and like, oh my god, what the fuck, man, I was thinking like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? I was like, at least I'm getting away from this maniac and like all the negative energy and vibe in the previous farm, and now this, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck? And then this guy came over, and he's like, his voice completely different, a different name. And by the way, I got to know him. We actually became like mates and stuff. And he was like super sweet guy, completely different from the opposite dude. And even my mate from the previous farm, you know, who came over with me, he was saying, oh my god, dude, I thought that was that guy. He looks exactly like him. And I was like, yeah, dude, my boyo was boiling. I was like, I was just gonna Glasgow kiss this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking punch him in the face. But no, he was a different guy. He was a sweet guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Okay, I'm checking because like I don't want to start telling you about the first day of the farm work. Because once I start, that's a whole nother half an hour for itself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And overall, it was okay. Before, you know, we got to... Oh, hold on. Oh, man, I'm so stupid. Hold on, let me tell you. So when we got there, okay, at the first farm, and oh no, hold on. Okay, no, hold on. I got too excited now. I remember too many stuff at once. So when we went one time to do the shopping, so it's Spalding. The little town is called Spalding, that the farm was very close to. So that was like the place where we went to do our shopping, right? And I remember this was the first time I walked into a fish and chips takeaway shop, you know what I mean? I've never been to one. So I go inside, and this guy behind the counter, he had like a very strong accent, and I couldn't understand what he was saying. And I was like, oh yeah, I have I had some fried chicken and some chips or something like that. And then he said, do you want some beans or coleslaw? You know? But I was like, what? And he said coleslaw. But because I'm reading it, you know, I'm reading coleslaw, and it's spelled differently. Coleslaw. It's spelled. And I was like, oh yeah, can I have some coleslaw, please? And he was like, what? And I was like, some coleslaw. And he was literally like, what? And he's like asking all the other mates, and I'm like sweating, you know, so nervous because, you know, my English is not that good, and I'm not that confident, you know, back then with my English. So I was like, oh my god, no, did I embarrass myself? What the fuck happened? You know, I'm just like, oh my god, no, bro, what am I doing? You know, I got so nervous. And he was like, a what? And I was like, coleslaw. And he was like, I don't know what that is, bro. And I was like, never mind. And he was like, coleslaw. And I was like, and because I don't know, I think that's something different. I was like, no, never mind. And I never got the coleslaw. And then my other mate went, and he got the coleslaw. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, but then we went to Tesco, and I remember I finished my shopping, and I was like, okay, I'll go and meet my mates or whatever. So I needed to walk through this, because they went, I think it was like on a day off or something. So they're like in a park having some drinks, eating some food. And I was like, okay, I'll be there in a few minutes. Let me buy some stuff. I buy some stuff, and I was walking through this like little parking lot of Tesco, and that was the first time I got catcalled. Oh yeah, bro! The first time I got catcalled in England, because I got catcalled in Scotland as well. Remember, I told you those two girls that they were like, "Hey, where you from? Sexy," that type of stuff. And then we were like, "Oh no," they were asking us, "Are you from Fife, which is the area, of Scotland that we lived in, the county?" And we said, no, we're from Bulgaria. And they was like, you fucking bastards, get away from here. They started cursing us. They wanted to beat us up. Too strong Scottish lass, And, but anyway, so that was the first time I got catcalled in England. And I was just walking by. I was looking sexy as a motherfucker. Let's just put it that way. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I've grown out a bit of hair. I had like a nice tan because I'm working. I tan very good and very easily, Throughout the winter, I'm translucent. I'm so pale, especially like here on the inside. I am like inside of my like forearm and like muscles and all that stuff. I'm translucent, bro. I'm not joking. But during the summer, because I have that olive complexion when the sun hits me, so I tan very easily. And I was looking a bit tan and sexy. Got the little, little facial hair, like a little. I used to rock like a little gold tee. I had like a little, like a blue shirt, jeans. Oh, looking smooth as a motherfucker. And those girls were like, "Hey, sexy, how you doing?" They literally said that, bro. And I'm just like, and I was like, what? And I was just like, what? It's like, that doesn't happen in Bulgaria, bro. Women don't catcall in Bulgaria. Are you kidding me? And I was like, I'm okay. I'm doing well. I don't know what to say, bro. It's like, "Hey, actually, how you doing? Where are you from?" And I was like, "I'm from Bulgaria. I come over here to chop lettuce. I work on a farm boy." And I just, walked, I just continued walking and stuff, but I felt so fucking good. Oh my God, bro, I feel so fucking good to get sexually objectified. Fuck yeah, dude. But if you're a guy, if you're a girl, I understand it. It's very frustrating and a bit scary sometimes, if guys are just yelling, "Yeah, show us your titties, baby." You know what I'm saying? Look at them legs walking, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? If you're like, "Oh, you got booty for days, you got a badonkadonk, you got a donkey butt," you know what I'm saying? If you're saying stuff like that, I do understand it, you know what I'm saying? It's probably very frustrating and scary. But as a guy, it doesn't happen often. I mean, come on, how often do you get catcalled as a guy? Me, 2 times, So I felt, so fucking good, but I didn't know what to do. And I was like, I don't want to fucking go and approach them. I don't know. They might report me to the police or something, and get deported. I was very scared when I first came to this country. I'm a bit more confident now. And, but anyway, yeah, this is how I got catcalled. We went back, And there was another story that I forgot now. Oh my God, what was I about to say? Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, so this is how I got catcalled, and we did the shopping, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Like, that's it. And the next episode, I'll tell you the first day of work, because that was a fucking, ugly shit show. And then I'll explain the work process and what we did in the farm and how it ended. So I'll try to wrap it up in 2 more episodes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the new part of the journey. And I'll see you next week. Bye. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.